Hello everyone, this is Maffuman, coach of the StarCraft Star Battle. This is a 6-on-6 ship-building action game starring Pepper. Pepper the BC. Looks like he's going to go for some speed and 4 laser batteries. Go to one-shot farm. We got Colbert, 5 interceptors, going to be able to one-shot farm with those. JJ Beast coming on in with the feedback. Quite Gone has a blink. He can get Quite Gone out of situations a little bit easier because he's got the little ring of blinkiness. Bugstar has the Evolve infield upgrades. And Pooh Tells Lies has a little bit of extra damage on the acid spores and some speed. Looks like they're going to go up against a Mental MP. Mental MP has those backlash rockets at 1 upgrade. Alpha GC has Gatling cannons. 1.61 speed, no ability, so he has a little bit of extra money. That 50 went into Gatling cannons and Terran ship plating. Peace Cat coming in there with Seeker Missile. Maybe my least favorite opener, but it does add extra damage. I think the best justification that I've seen for it is that it catches people who are off guard. A little bit more off guard and does a 2530 damage. Looks like they weren't quite able to do that against Pooh Tells Lies. Pooh Tells Lies knew how to move back just in time. Voodoo Fan didn't go for any blink, so he has extra money to spend. He's going to spend that on phase disruptors, prismatic beam, a little bit of extra speed. Peace Cat's going to launch that Seeker Missile. Kabam! There we go, kabam. A little bit of a slight kabam delay, but it does chase for 15 seconds. JJ Beast has the ability to drain energy, which is super helpful. But everybody's a pretty much good target at some point. Looks like back there is Poor Nexus. Poor Nexus in the back, doing some stuff in the back door. Has Prismatic Beam up 3, Phase Disruptors to 2 to one-shot farm, and a little bit of Blink as well. Or not Blink, he has a Warp. Warp's going to make him go all the way back. I think he saw that on the screen JJ Beast and Pepper were moving towards him, so he decided to get on out of there. Looks like Bugstar is going to be fighting for his life, going to go on out of there, 1.61 speed. Ken is the tank, is around his friends. He will probably survive this. However, he's going to take a bunch of damage. Leviathans have the ability to infield upgrade, and that is super helpful. It does cost about half your money, though. So, although he can spend all this money as soon as he gets it, so as soon as he has the 50 or something, he could buy something right now if he wanted to. However, it did cost him half of his money, so you're kind of a little bit slower. It does take a little bit of a startup time. Alpha GC and Hanane is going to be running around. He has Irradiate, which is a choice. Irradiate does radiates a single target, doing up to 800 damage, plus 600 versus massive. However, it only works against Zerg ships. So it happens to be that the Leviathan is a Zerg ship, and will take that damage. So is the Guardian. However, that was kind of a blind opener. It is helpful when, if let's say the Guardian got a whole bunch of Brood Lords or something, but at the moment it's a little bit of just specific damage right there. Quite Gone and Poor Nexus going to have their little joust right there. Quite Gone is going to move on back. Looks like a Voodoo Fan is going to come on in there as well. Now we've got 2 Void Rays on one Void Ray. Looks like Point Nexus blunk up there, but doesn't want to fight against Pooh Tells Lies. Pooh Tells Lies does push him away. He does have that extra Acid Spore damage, and that does do 200 in one shot. And with Void Rays, they have very little armor, even when they upgrade their own plasma shields. With that, the blue side was not able to pick up a kill right there. Beautiful feedback onto the Voodoo Fan. He only has Blink, he only has Warp right now. However, it's just a good idea to see a Void Ray and feedback a Void Ray. They probably have abilities. He happens not to have one right now. That probably isn't going to be the case in like 5 minutes if he's just flying around. Colbert is going to move on back. He's going to have 1.61 speed, and a torpedo from Mental MP is going to swing to this right there. Field goal, but made Colbert turn away and take a little bit of extra shield damage from Alpha GC. Very early torpedo there. It fires the Red Laser Beam of Death and does 6,000 damage. You can see it, but sometimes with the ice skating physics, it's hard to escape from. With that, we got a Poor Nexus moving on in there. He's going to try to fly in, get up all this tasty farm. Still is one shot right now because he's under the first 10-minute mark. But neither side is really able to do much. We got these Void Rays going on the side. Now, Void Rays are kind of like the favorite child in a lot of people. They are the things that people are afraid of. They say, oh no, they might get cloaked and therefore it's going to be crazy. That costs a whole bunch of money. What they need to do is then side farm, back farm, which means that there's less people. I mean, there's more people. There's the same amount of people on the actual board. It's still a 6 versus 6. However, if only 5 of them are ever in an area, then it's effectively a 5 versus 6 for a little bit. Got a Pepper warping in, perfect timing. He does have Nuke, and almost has enough energy to do it. And actually, he's in a very close position. The JGP did use feedback on the Dreadnought. Dreadnought does not have any abilities right now. Will Pepper move in there? He has it is super helpful against things that aren't Void Rays, but there are 4 ships that are not Void Rays on the blue side, so that could work out pretty well. Qui-Gon's going to try to push on up there. He doesn't quite have enough time to do a significant damage against Hanane, unless he makes another bad turn. We got Putel's Lies pushing up there, using the Acid Spores, and just getting a little bit closer, and Hanane is gone, quite gone in fact. Peace Cat not quite in the place to get the healing on that Raven. He was trying, he was moving back, but he could only move at 1.91 speed. Bugstar added some slimy tentacles right there as well. Also has his first installation. He went back to base. He did start off with Evolve infield upgrades, but those are only the bottom things right here. Locusts, Bioswarm, Tentacles, Armor, Health, Speed. He went back and got Rapid Regeneration. He can now use Rapid Regeneration whenever he has 100 energy to give himself 2160 over 6 seconds. We got some sneaky Void Ray action over here. The poor Nexus is going to try to farm, and then he's going to warp on out of there, making sure he doesn't get caught. Because if he gets caught, JGBs can very easily feedback him, and then it's actually possible to nuke a Void Ray a little bit more easily. Colbert dropping his babies right off in the gas right here. He has just 1 upgrade on the Tempest. However, that is going to be enough just to do some damage before the blue side does charge in there. The gas is a great place to be. However, the Tempests are not strong enough to really dissuade them from attacking too much. Given enough money, absolutely they will be. Bugstar is going to move on back. He does have that Rapid Regeneration. He did use it. He has 375 to support a 100 energy ability. That's great. Vortex, perfect shot right there. Meaning that the red side can actually try to advance, take out somebody right there. We got the Frigate as well as the Void Ray in there. The Frigate is the better target for this nuke, and he is in a great position. He's right next to it. Peace Cat does not have EMP, but will Pepper turn around and use his nuke? He might be just trying to be baiting Alpha GC, who's very low health, but not quite. The Dark Storm gas is protecting Bugstar right now, and he's using that right now. He does have Bioswarm, he does have some range on it. It is at least over 50 damage, so if there was Protective Field, and there is, he can still possibly do some damage. It looks like with that though, even though there's a Vortex kind of setting up a kill, doesn't mean that there's going to be one right there. Looks like Voodoo Fan and Poor Nexus are on the side trying to back farm as much as possible. Poor Nexus, because he has been sort of trying to farm, that means if you look on the side over here, you can see how rich they are. 396 kills versus Voodoo Fan's 150. He has about twice, a little bit more than twice, and that's because he's been farming and avoiding things like this. The Locust, if they attacked him, if they attacked him while he was trying to warp away, he would be stopped from warping. Bugstar does have a little bit of range, has 10 range, that's actually great. Whenever there's a Void Ray, you know that they can only ever beam you out at 8, so at 10, he's going to at least force them to take some damage if he gets attacked. Even if the Bioswarm isn't the most damaging ability, and even if something like a Frigate can always outrange them, it is helpful to have that little extra area of safety, knowing that the Void Ray has to commit to taking some damage whenever they want to attack you. Cute little observer buddy in the gas. There are 2 Void Rays, so there is a large possibility of Cloak. Poor Nexus does have it. Looks like Voodoo Fan. We're going to keep an eye on him. He may end up getting it. He probably will end up getting it. We got a cute little Sky Furies also launching their things. That's just from the mothership. These Colbert ones are from Colbert. He is now basically trying to afford everything and anything at once. He's got interceptors up at 8. That means he doesn't have very much money for Tempest, up at only 1. He has Vortex, which is fantastic about saving, especially if there's Void Rays. However, all of that costs money, all of that costs energy, and so the 400 that he has is pretty evenly split, and he probably needs a bunch more. And that just takes time and money. Bugstar, moving back. He's got the Raptor Regeneration. He's got a torpedo he has to try to avoid, and he will. That forces the poor Nexus and Voodoo Fan to be close enough to attack him. Fantastic gas from Putel's Lies, spreading that Dark Swarm, protecting right there. EMP being used to have that not happen as often. He does have Adrenal Overload. Yes, said it right this time. Overload to restore 200 energy at the cost of some health. Basically worth it. Whenever he is lower on energy, he can just grab some, try to heal up as well. There's a little bit of Dark Swarm healing as well, so you can kind of like switch off. Right now he can try to repair that if he wants to. He's not very hurt. He probably will start healing up again. But if he needed to, he could use his Dark Swarm to inflict the same damage, to repair the damage that he inflicted upon himself. We got Bugstar moving back. Bugstar is in the position where he is running away. He has 1.71 speed. Looks like Alpha GC has 1.61 speed. Eventually, he'll be able to escape out of the 8 range right there. It just will take a while. And with that, Putel's Lies is going to push on up. He does only have his 2 abilities. Vortex being used, Vortex saving, quite gone right there. Now, will this be enough? Now, if the red side did try to stay and commit, they could try to get a kill. However, the rest of the blue side is going to go around them and can punish them for trying to pick up that kill. Right now, they're making the decision that with quite gone, quite hurt, they're not going to try to do that right there. Bugstar trying to be around. He has the tentacles. He's got the ability to spend more money in field, but he doesn't want to commit, even though he is a high damage dealer with his tentacles, and even though he's kind of tanky with his health and armor count to some degree. He doesn't want to take on the entire blue side, but he also wants to farm, so he's kind of staying in this little protected zone. Alpha GC. Now Pepper has the lockdown, has the nuke, which we haven't seen quite yet, and we have longboat missiles and laser battery. He is lacking on armor, but he has a speed, so he's just flying around trying to do damage and being helpful with his 2 abilities. Only 300 though, so he has to choose when he wants to lock down. He will be a little bit lower on energy than he needs. He'll get that back, and then he can nuke. However, probably does want to eventually spend a little bit more than just the 300. Balancing out the money, though, he wants to keep on laser farming, keep on longboat missiling as much as possible as well. Looks like Mental MP launching some missiles, trying to scare Bugstar. Bugstar using his ability. He knows he has 400 energy potential, so even if he gets EMP'd, he should be fine for a little bit. He wants to be in the Goldilocks zone. They're just going to do that. Colbert's 11 upgraded Tempests are now at the point where they're definitely going to cause anybody damage in this little area. They're going to have to do it. They're going to have to fly in there, but they're going to have to also take some damage. Mental MP doesn't want to do it. Sets up the red laser beam of death, but it does swing and a miss. It does channel you for a little bit. But with that, Pepper was not quite able to do some damage. Colbert's Tempest did shoot down Alpha GC. These House Tempests are just also flying in there. We looks like we've got some sneaky Void Ray action. 1, 2, and a Peace Cat right back there. He's got the Blackout. Blackout would be extremely helpful against everybody except for the Zerg ships. But that is most of the team. Looks like Port Nexus and Voodoo Fan. Voodoo Fan committing to going in there, getting locked down for his efforts. Always a big danger with the lockdown, because it not only drains some energy, it also stops you from using abilities. Alpha GZ going in. He has his protective field. He has energy support to support it right now. Even though he's getting locked down, and as soon as he can press that button again. He's going to need to press that button again if he wants to survive. But we got the Colbert Tempest being set up, trying to do as much farm damage as possible. It looks like Mental MP is going to just keep on trying to retreat. He has the range advantage. He's just trying to shoot as much as he can right there. Peace Cat launching some Seeker missiles to punish the Bugstar. There is basically no way of running away from the Seeker missile. It chases for 15 seconds right now, but you'd basically be forced to either disengage from the fight or take damage. He happens to want to take damage from Bugstar. Now, with that, The blue side's a little bit tried to attack, did not quite succeed, and the red side is going to try to stay in this area, try to extend how much money they can do. We're getting 1.5 attacks for everything, and we got a little wiggler. We got a wiggler on poor Nexus. The wiggler is from Putel's Lies. Putel's Lies uses Parasite. It gives you vision for 4 minutes, which is a really long time in this game, especially. With that, he could cloak, he could use abilities, but the red side sees that he's on this side. They have vision of whatever poor Nexus can see. We got Voodoo Fan moving in there. We got Quite Gone trying to attack. Blackout being used. Peace Cat launching the Blackout, launching the EMP. The Mental MP setting up the missile as well. But Peace Cat just DPSing him down with his own Seeker missiles as well as his little laser batteries. And it looks like Quite Gone is gone now. Poor Nexus finishing him off. Really just a team effort though. And with that, the Void Ray on the red side is just gone. Putel's Lies going to try to do some damage. He has the Adrenal Overload. He can recharge his own energy. He happens to have enough right now. It's not quite worth it. Pepper staying in the gas. Colbert setting up these Tempests. Now the Tempest can provide a lot of damage support, and Colbert can use his Vortex to protect him. However, it's just a question of whether they can actually catch them at the right time. Diving in there, Mental MP does use his laser batteries to take out at least one of the Tempests. One of the Tempests is going to be taken out by these cute little scouts. These cute little scouts are just made by the house. Bugstar moving back. Bugstar running away. 1.81 speed. He is pretty fast, but these Seeker missiles are pretty fast as well. Does time out right there. You can try to run away from them. You can upgrade the Seeker missile to chase for longer. After a certain point, it's kind of just a question of whether you can sustain that damage or not. With 240, he could upgrade at home, buy another ability, or installation, or he could buy some base scores right there. Colbert providing some damage support. Putel's Lies using that GAC. The GAC is the corrosive acid, lowers the armor of the target by 4, and when you're a tanky thing right there, that's exactly what you do not want to do. So it's a great combination ability. Makes Pepper's missiles, which are pretty decent, even more decenter by lowering the armor count. Poor Nexus saying to be careful of the techs. Never want to be caught off guard, especially when you're low health, and especially when there's so many ships around you. Off to the side, warps away. It is very helpful to do. Because you don't want to stay there too long. If you do get caught while you're warping, you do stop warping. It looks like Bugstar is going to fly in the middle. He's going to try to, maybe try to farm as much as possible. So we have Void Ray on Void Ray, tag team right there. Both of them have the little, after effects. The after effects mean that they're going a little bit faster because they upgraded that ability. Where if they're not taking damage, they go a little bit faster. Feedback being used on Voodoo Fan. Voodoo Fan only has Blink, but it does stop him from blinking. We got Bugstar moving away. He's got the 10 range now. Again, he is just relying on his rapid regeneration abilities. Looks like there was a blackout on Colbert, so he can't use his Vortex. There's no Vortex right now, which means that Bugstar is a sitting duck right there, and he is gone. He is taken out by poor Nexus as well. Putel's Lies moving back. The combination of the double Void Rays attacking while Peace Cat just used Blackout did stop the carrier from doing anything right there to save them. Pepper trying to pepper them with missiles, but missiles do damage over time, but they didn't have enough time to do it that much right there. We got Kinetic Overload, 440 damage. Alpha GC flying in there, figuring out that even though he's an armor person, even though he has protective field, 440 is going to be a lot higher than 50 plus 36. I'm not sure how much it is, but it's going to be a bit more. JJ Beast moving in. He's got the stasis field. Stasis field can stop them, especially 1-2-3 combination with the Vortex, then stasis, then nuke, then anything else can definitely easily pick up things that maybe aren't Void Rays. And with that, he does have so many abilities, he does have to also start supporting it as well. Phase Disruptors at only 6 upgrades, 20 damage, 2 shotting, and 9 range. worth it. In a lot of situations, the stasis field is going to be helpful, as opposed to something like, maxing out range, not really maxing out, but getting like a $400 range ability is helpful, but stasis can be more helpful in certain situations. They're definitely trying to catch Pete's Cat. Pete's Cat is definitely trying to warp on out of there in 8, 9, 10, and gone. Looks like JJ Beast tried to chase him away, but wasn't quite able to get them right there. Putel's Lies being alone. Putel's Lies knowing that he's running away right now. He does have the Dark Swarm, but that only offers temporary protection. We got Voodoo Fan, Prismatic Beam, 0.31 speed and 100 damage. Poor Nexus's Beam, 0.31 speed and 115. And it looks like they're gonna try to keep on trying to push up. People trying to push up. We got Putel's Lies right there. Feedback on Voodoo Fan. Oh, now the Chrono Boost is being used. Guardian is going to shoot a lot faster and move a little faster as well. Feedback being used against the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought has 400 energy and can't use any of his abilities right now because he's out of energy. Looks like Beast Tempest is going to slowly push on up. 18 range, 15 damage. If Alpha JC wants to be the tank and tank that damage, he can. But Peace Cat's going to go along the side. Now he wanted to go in and attack, but the interceptors are upgraded pretty darn well. 15 upgrades, 42 damage for their cannon, 7.5 armor. Which means that he's going to have to dive in there. He's going to go and use that EMP, drain their shields. Colbert's going to give them some shields back with Plasma Surge, but that just extended and made Peace Cat take a bunch more damage. And it looks like Colbert, because he has a potential energy reserve of 575, he was able to keep on warping in these Tempests as soon as they're dead. You can't warp in any more than 3 Tempests, but once they're gone, he can do them again. Looks like we've got some sneaky Void Ray action from Point Nexus, tickling the back door of this battle station. But with that, JGB's Putel's Lies gonna try to move in there, even if it cost them some damage or whatever. It was definitely worth it because this tower was almost at the point where it's taking hull damage, which takes a lot longer than the shields to recharge. Sorry for the zoom-ins. We got JJ Beast launching his feedbacks and using the stasis. Stasis being used. Pepper will be able to see the nuke for the first time. It looks like he is going to move in there. He does get EMP'd though. He can't use his abilities because he's out of energy right now, or at least has half the requirement that he needs. Definitely saved Alpha GC right there. Whether Peace Cat knew that the EMP was going to stop a nuke or not, I'm not sure. When you click on somebody, you don't know what they have, only what they don't have. So you don't see that he has a nuke. You just see that he has like no armor, and that could give an indication. But even just to stop the lockdown was pretty helpful right there. Lockdown does be used on does be used? Yeah, sure, that works. On Peace Cat. Putel's Lies using his range. Because he has so many abilities, he has very little other stuff. So his Broodling Strikes very low. He has Brood Lords though. Oh, but now he's being attacked by the mines. We got a poor Nexus moving in there. The Swing and the Miss with the Mental MP did scare Putel's Lies even more though. They're trying to go around and they're trying to pick up stuff. JJ Beast being, using his feedback on Alpha GC. Alpha GC can't be as much of a tank as he wants to be because he doesn't have the energy to sustain protective field. Putel's Lies gonna fly around. He had his very wimpy little Corruptor and Broodlord combination being used. He can spend more of that money though. Now that he has almost every ability, basically the only things that are left are to make those abilities even better. But very helpful though. Parasite is extremely helpful. Dark Storm is essential. Adrenal Overload is extremely beneficial. Corrosive Acid is maybe the least necessary, but also extremely helpful. So none of these are bad choices. I don't mean to make it sound like that. However, whenever you buy something that's an installation, a fancy ability, it's not base abilities. Whenever you buy some base abilities, they're not fancy abilities. It's balancing them out. Now that he has almost everything in the book, though, he can go back to spend on making Broodling Strikes better, range better, whatever the case might be that he needs. And because the battle station has been left alone for a little bit, it is back to full health. Colbert using his kinetic overload to shoot down some people. JJ Beast flying around. JJ Beast being hurt. There is a cute little observer buddy. It looks like Putel's Lies is just trying to stay around his Brood Lords. They do provide some fire support. Even at only one upgrade, it is 24 damage initially, and then the cute little guys, there we are, the cute little guys, 6 damage on the Needle Claws. They have a little bit of health as well. If I can, nope, they're dead. They have a little bit of health. I think it's like a third of how much damage Broodling Strike does. They do about a third of that. Tickles them away. Super annoying against things that only have burst lasers to protect them. And also, if you have low armor count, like frigates, like Ravens, like Void Rays especially, it is more damaging than one would really expect. Now, I'm not sure the red side knows exactly where everything is. However, there were some mines set up. Will Alpha GC siege in there? He does have it. He is going to try to go for some siege. Pepper, move in there, taking some damage, retreating right now. The combination, Tempest and Brood Lords doing as much as they can. We got poor Nexus. He is in the cloak. It is burning his cloaking energy. He is using it though. Right there, we got the JJ Beast. Whoa, swing and a miss on the mental MP again, but just barely. Vortex being used against this this Dreadnought. And it looks like Peace Cat's gonna fly in there. He only has burst lasers, 28 upgrades, and 9 range, but he's just trying to do that as much as possible to take out some of the siege weapons that were in a great position to do damage against the Dreadnought. The protective field, or the protective gas, is protecting these Tempests. These Tempests are trying to do damage. They will be eventually taken out. 0 laser batteries? 0 laser batteries. He's 5+ shot farming. He's also not taking out the Broodlings, the Tempests, the Brood Lords, the Corruptors, any of that with any speed right there. He only has I think that's a pretty massive oversight right there. Alpha GC has a lot of other cool stuff he can do. Siege, protective of repair bots, health, armor, but you do need laser batteries, if nothing else, just to farm a little faster. He still can kill the little Vikings. It just will take him a lot longer. We got Peace Cat taking the damage, being feedbacked, gonna move away as well. Poor Nexus jumping in there, attacking Pepper, but then taking a whole bunch of damage from the Tempest. Prutel's Lies in position. He does use his Dark Swarm to protect himself. We got Alpha GC though setting up the siege line. 1170 damage at 16 range. It can hurt the hurt the little ships around them. The Tempest, I think, do barely outrange that. Yeah, 18. But it does set up this little area of protection. He's going to slowly move on up there. He's trying to stay within the gas. Eventually, I guess, you could try to upgrade your range so it goes from the gas to the tower. It will take a long time, though, a lot of money. Like, maybe $2,000 to get up there. With that, with the Vortex being used, the Prutel's Lies army, the Colbert army is moving on up there as well, doing some damage. We got the feedback being used. We got a Pepper right there. He's got a nuke and he is going to use it. The nuke is... Boom, right there. Blackout being used though. Alpha GC, very low health. We got just standing there, taking a whole bunch of more damage. We got Pepper being used. Poor Nexus taking him out. The mental MP's fusion torpedo just providing some scariness. Would finish him off, but poor Nexus finished him off a little bit quicker than he could. We got Alpha GC using his own repair bots, barely getting back to base, but was a great physical distraction. Prutel's Lies moving up. He's gonna keep on flying up there. He's gonna be hit. These mines are just kind of everywhere, scattered. So there's kind of two. There's never really bad mines. You can either put them in a big box, and if a player flies through the big box, they take a whole bunch of damage, or if they're spread out, it's kind of like spreading creep, and you can just get the vision. They do a little bit of damage. You can turn them to auto dismantle, to auto detonate, or to not auto detonate. but then they just give you vision, so there's very little way of sneaking around them. It looks like Voodoo Fan and poor Nexus going to be there. Voodoo Fan is Wiggler. He does have a Blink, Chrono Rift, and Charge. We can't use any of them right now. We got JJ Beast taking a whole bunch of damage. We got a poor Nexus activating the Prismatic Beam, but it's draining some energy. Putel's Lies diving on in there. Alpha JC moving in there as well. And it looks like Voodoo Fan's going to move on up there. He's going to keep on doing some damage. We got Vortex being used. Poor Nexus jumping in there, finishing off JJ Beast. Also doing a whole bunch of damage to Colbert. Colbert is out as well. And we got a Putel's Lies moving in there. Burning, and every single kill in this game goes to poor Nexus. It was a team effort, but you know, somebody has to finish them off. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys press like, press subscribe, send your replays to MaffumanCasting@gmail.com. We're doing StarCraft Star Battle all the time.